let's get right into this here. So, unique trait. So you can read all of that. You can screenshot it if you like. And, yeah. So, that's the whole reason why I have slash. Because when you take it out, it drops all of that slash damage. And then, it's just equal to everything else. This works with puncture and impact as per the unique trait. So we're going to put that back on. There we go. So for the build, this is, a stance. I like Dreamer's Wrath. You can run what you want. Conditioned Overload because we have a priming pet and we like all of that juicy damage. Body count because I don't like using primary and secondary dexterity. If you do, you can swap this out for something else. I opted in for Heat and Slash because I have a magnetic valence bonus. So it's going to help with the overguard and all of that stuff. And we want it weighted higher than the magnetic, which is why we have this. And it's already at 78%, status chance, so that's plenty. Galvanized Steel for crit chance and damage. Gladiator Might for a little more crit chance per combo and crit damage, which this is actually purposeful here and not just thrown in because it helps us to stay at constant yellows for melee duplicate. Prime Fury, attack speed. I just use it over Berserker Fury. You can use whatever attack speed mod you want in here, crit damage, and of course, that to make it slash dominant. Tackling Touch on melee duplicate, for those of you who don't know, it is multi-shot for your melee weapons, provided they only stay in the yellow crit range. Once you go into orange, no more multi-hit. So, that is that. And that is why we were able to hit that 90... Well, actually, I'm not entirely certain why we were able to hit that 92 mil. Because that was an orange crit. So, that was almost 100 mil outside of the multi-hit of melee duplicate, so whatever that was delicious. I also have a second build for you, and that is... These two are the same. That's the same, but we have afflictions, which if you fling or knock down an enemy, they get a bunch of extra stacks of whatever they had on them in the first place. Very good and helpful. But everything else is basically exactly the same, with the addition of Galvanized Elementalist. Status damage and status chance. Up to 4 kills, or 4 times. Again, slash, heat, and magnetic. That is what we have for that. Now, I do have a Warframe Arcane assisting this, with Arcane Strike. Attack speed is what it does. So, those are the builds. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, yes, of course, I nearly forgot. And the pet. Since we are using heat, and I have a periodic nuke setup for my Doriga, these are just these mods, you can screenshot it if you like. Whenever Doriga just decides to go ahead and do the, the nuke ability, which is just chaining a bunch of heat and a bunch of other elements with a contagious bond, it happens a lot less because I have the Hellstrom and not the Verglass, because I prefer to do most of the work personally. But because we are using heat, you can be the catalyst to your Doriga or Nautilus, whatever pet that can nuke. Those are the mods, that's my Riven, and that is the build, y'all. I just decided to make a quicker video. You know, just a nice short little rundown, a quick pick, if you will. I might actually call it that, either in the thumbnail or the title. So I hope this video has helped you to enjoy this weapon a bit more. I hope that it's helped you to enjoy Warframe a little bit more, and I hope you have a good day, a good night, and if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, and sharing with your friends and enemies. Yeah, if you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep doing this, so. Yeah. May RNG be in our favor.